We still don't know who the devil is in AEW, but we can reveal this week's rating, and it's not looking good. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. Aew Dynamite this week. It was a holiday bash special, and the viewership has indeed been bashed. Just like when Rio came off the top rope, jumped on top of Soraya's chest, and literally pancaked her, that is what's happened to the ratings. They've been pancaked. The viewership has been compacted right into the ground. It's going down, 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 and again, we are under 800,000. Yes, not good for AEW. They put on a pretty big show. They had their 3 final matches in the classic Continental group, Gold group, or whatever it's called. They had Rio trying to earn a shot at the Women's Championship. None of that really mattered, because in the end, it only drew 782,000 viewers, which is a 7% decrease from the 13th of December episode that did 845,000. And the demographic, of course, you guessed it, also down. 18 to 49 demo was 0.26, down from last week's 0.30. So just another poor rating for AEW. NXT had a poor rating the night before. Now it's AEW's turn, and I remember both of these brands were going head to head. They were going into war, but this doesn't look like a war right now. AEW is marginally ahead, but both shows need to do better. Both shows kind of suck right now, and this AEW edition of Dynamite wasn't good. A holiday show, a festive show, a Christmas show. It was a present that literally nobody wanted. The big reveal of the night, or the big story of the night, was MJF and Samoa Joe. They teamed up to be tag team buddies, butt buddies, whatever. Samoa Joe actually left catering for 10 seconds so he could try and find out who is the man behind the devil mask, but it didn't happen. Joe and MJF were unsuccessful. We had the last 3 matches of the Gold group. Jon Moxley suffering his first defeat. We had Swerve Strickland and the other guy whose name when I can't remember his name, he can't be that good. The guy that beat Moxley. They both moved on to 12 points, and now we're going to get a 3-way tie. And then the other big thing that we had was, of course, Rio defeating Saraya and literally squashing her in the process. Now, how does a 50-pound woman squash somebody? Well, when you jump off the top rope, both feet, and you land on their chest area, then, you know, it's going to do a lot of damage, especially for a female, and that's what happened on AEW. But the real damage, I think, was done in this rating, just very poor. Like I said, a lot of people were saying how stacked this show was, how forward they were looking to this show, that AEW were putting on a banger tonight, and you had MJF and Joe, and you had the big 3 matches in the Continental Classic, but in the end, it didn't really do anything. 782,000. So AEW needs to go back to the drawing board, and they just seem further and further away from that 1 million. I know sometimes they go back up and they get into the 800,000. So you'll maybe get the odd week where they do a low 900,000. But this is a company that, when they first started, they were regularly doing over 1 million for Dynamite. They were easily doing over 1 million for Dynamite. I think they've hit 1 million twice in the last year. And that just goes to show you that this company hasn't got momentum. It's not moving forward. In fact, it's moving backwards. And it's just getting worse. You know, they've tried everything. They had CM Punk. They wasted it. They brought in Adam Copeland. And I'm sorry, Edge, but nobody gave a fuck. That's just what it is. Old man, 74-year-old Ric Flair came down to the ring, tried to sexually assault a few women. That didn't work. The ratings just aren't moving for AEW. Is it a dead company? I'm not too sure who's left for them to bring in. You've got to look at legends. Let's be real. No one from Japan, no one from Mexico, nobody the likes of your Will Ospreays or your Kota Ibushis. None of these guys are moving needles. Trust me, these guys ain't doing shit. The only way AEW will move up, the only way they're going to start gaining more popularity and getting more people watching, is if they legitimately sign actual draws. And the problem for AEW is There's not many in wrestling, especially in 2023. And the people that can draw are in WWE, or they've got loyalty to WWE. Cena, loyal to WWE. Brock Lesnar, loyal to WWE. CM Punk, you had him, but now he's back in WWE. And then if you look at legends, I don't think there's any legends that can really still go, or would want to come out and work, but any of the legends that can draw, that would fancy a return, would just go to the WWE. Rock's not going to go to AEW. Austin ain't going to go to AEW. Taker's not going to go to AEW. AEW's literally screwed. I think the only guy they could maybe get would be a Bill Goldberg. I think Bill Goldberg, if you paid him enough money, he would probably come in, work a few matches on AEW, but nobody in AEW likes Bill Goldberg. They all hate Bill Goldberg. They know he kicked Brett in the head. They know he's only got like 4 moves. They don't like the fact that Bill Goldberg is like an American patriot that doesn't have flips and flops and wee super kicks, and he isn't like a 5'7", 160-pound guy. You know, Bill Goldberg looks like a fucking man, so these people don't like Bill Goldberg. They don't want a guy that looks like he looks like Austin. You can't get much of a bigger star than that, so they don't want him. They do not want him. So AEW is practically screwed, guys. This rating ain't going to do shit. Will they ever hit 1 million again? I mean, probably, possibly. They can put on a big show, no doubt. They can cram everybody they possibly got onto it. And they will probably continue to maybe hit 1 million a couple of times a year. But in terms of getting back consistently over 1 million, I don't see it. I do not see it. So let me know what you guys see down below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.